So in this practice, I'm going to guide you through a breath meditation. Like every practice I lead, I want to remind you that your body is yours. And so take any position that is comfortable for you. You can sit on the floor, sit on a chair, or even lie down. Whatever position makes you feel secure and comfortable. So you're calm, grounded, secure, open, and alert. So close your eyes if you feel comfortable with it. Some of us have a difficult time, and if so, just direct your gaze inward. And so now we are going to focus on the breath. Because we're already breathing, which we all do. We are doing something natural, which is not forced. You don't need to have any specific way of breathing, like no pranayama, no lion's breath. Just breathe in as you would and pay attention to your breath. Or just breathe in and breathe out. Your mind might wander, and that's okay. Bring a kindness and curiosity to the practice and be non-judgmental about your own mind and its ability to stay with the breath or not. And it's okay if your mind wanders, just bring it back with your next breath. So maybe you hear a voice outside your room, and your mind might be wondering who's talking, what are they talking about? And those are very natural things. It's normal to have that wonder. It's nothing to worry about. So you just like pop that bubble, bring your mind back to the breath. When you notice it, and remind yourself to bring back to your breath. So take all the oxygen and expel all the negativity out. The world is kind of stressful, especially at this point. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of monotony, a lot of loss, a lot of challenges. And so for this moment, let all that go and breathe in and breathe out. Because breath is energy. Breath is life. Breath is natural. It keeps us alive. It's like our best friend. It's on our side, inside us all the time, keeps us alive. Meets our most primal need, which is the air and the oxygen. So we will take this moment to appreciate our breath, that we are able to breathe. Thank you. This moment, take a moment, connect to the breath, that there is oxygen right now in this moment, and stay in the moment. If your mind wanders, that is fine. When you remember the next breath, bring it back. And let grief go. Grief is from the past, and instead focus on your breath. This moment, just this moment. Tell yourself, I'm here right now. And that's a gift, that I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm here. Just focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Just for this practice, for these few minutes, shut everything else out. Don't worry about, you have a test tomorrow, you have deadlines at work, you have to make dinner plans. How am I going to do this homeschooling? And, for this moment, don't worry about tomorrow. It'll wait. It'll be there when you get out of this practice too. But this moment, it's a gift to yourself. So breathe in and breathe out. And your mind already probably wandered, and that's okay. That's natural, that's normal. Your mind wandered, just bring it back with the next breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Your mind is running away, just bring it back. Think of your breath as a lasso that you can actually bring your mind back to this moment with the breath. It's a present. That's why we call it the present. It's a gift. The fact that we are alive and we are breathing, this moment is a gift. Every moment is a gift. So breathe in and breathe out and say, thank you for the oxygen. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for the oxygen. Thank you for giving me the grace of this moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes we are angry. Anger comes from the past in response to injustice, bitterness, perceptions of injustice, being hurt, all those things are from the past. So in this present moment, we don't need to focus on them. Anger is a very righteous emotion. It fuels our growth and change. And that we become brave through anger to stand up for what we believe in and for justice. So it's good, but we don't need to focus on it right now. It'll wait. We'll go and get it. Right this moment, let it go. Breathe in and breathe out, focusing on your breath. Our breath is like a metronome within ourselves, a rhythm. Let's just bring our minds to it and see the movement. And if your mind has already wandered away, it's okay. Be gentle and kind on yourself. Bring it back, because that's what the mind is supposed to do. Mind wanders because our minds are monkeys. They may be cute, they may be mischievous, they may be creative, they may be fun, but they're still monkeys. They will wander away, they will run away. That's what they're supposed to do. So just gently bring your mind back to this moment with your breath. With the next breath, breathe in and breathe out. And now with the next breath, we want to pay attention. I invite you to pay attention to your body. The air that enters through your nose and fills your lungs, the oxygen that gets pumped through your blood to your entire body, from your head to toe. In my practice, I always kind of like to feel the toes sometimes. I feel like the toes are so far away from my head, which is kind of where I sit most of my day, because of the work I do, because of the mindfulness practice, which is focusing on the mind. So I like to connect with the extremities, like from limb to limb. This every cell of our bodies is getting the oxygen. So breathe in and breathe out. So really no pressure. Just focus on this moment. Breathe in and breathe out. If your mind wander, that's okay. Just bring it back with some kindness and curiosity. Do you feel weepy? Sometimes when we sit and do this practice, emotions keep bubbling up. And that's okay too, because we are emotional beings. So we sit with the emotions. It's okay. And if you feel very overwhelmed, you don't have to sit with the emotions. And you can park that for a bit and take a break, change perspective, and come back. So breathe in and breathe out. The only way out through is through. That sometimes, like if you're feeling frustrated right now, because you're like wondering, like, when is it going to be done? That is life, that is breath, that the only way out is through. Because we cannot keep our breath in forever. We have to let it go. So got to get through the breath. That's life. So breathe in and breathe out. But don't give up and don't strive. Be gentle on yourself. So without self-compassion, you cannot be compassionate to others. Without self-compassion, it's very difficult to be mindful, because mindfulness is also unjudgmental, non-judgmental. We don't judge our own contents of our brain. And so if your mind wanders, don't beat yourself up. Just using the next breath, bring it back to this present moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. So stay in the moment, in this moment. Just breathe in and breathe out. Very simple. We do this already. And if you feel like your mind is wandering, pay attention to your breath itself. Like, you don't have to force anything. You don't have to change your breath pattern, but you're like, okay, am I doing a deep breath or a shallow breath? Am I doing short breaths or long breaths? You can kind of like, observe it with some gentle curiosity. And you don't have to think about it, about anything at this moment. And just focus on the breath and see how your body handles the breath. So breathe in and breathe out. Sometimes, a lot of times when I'm doing something like this, my dog wants to go out. Maybe your dog wants to go out too. And that's okay too. Open your eyes, let him out, and come back and just breathe in. Because sometimes things don't go as we planned. So my dog wants to go out, I let him out. And I come back, and I breathe in, and I breathe out. Because we never anyway stop breathing. Stop breathing, that's end of our life. That's death. So we'll be grateful for this breath, the joy of living. Maybe you're feeling cold. Maybe you want to adjust your body because you're not used to sitting still. And that's okay too. You don't have to judge yourself for it. If you want to get a blanket, that's fine. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe your phone's beeping and you want to turn it down. Maybe turn on the do not disturb mode. That's okay. You can do that too. So bring your mind back to the present moment using the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. Say thank you for this moment. When you focus on this moment, on your breath, everything else disappears because you cannot breathe in the past, you cannot breathe in the future, you can only breathe this very moment. This moment's breath is not the next moment's breath or the last moment's breath, which means it's like moment to moment. That's my conception of mindfulness, is we grab that moment to moment mindfulness. Everything else disappears. Just this moment, it's not hard, it's not easy, it just is. So breathe in and breathe out. And your mind may be thinking, why am I doing this? What's the point of this? And sometimes you don't have to answer those questions because your mind's job is to ask these questions. And that's fine, you can file them away. But that's its job. But these minutes are your time. And so you don't have to answer those questions this very minute. So instead, bring your mind back to the present moment using your breath. So breathe in and breathe out. Because we are already breathing, we are already mentally active, we are already breathing. So if a thought crosses your mind, take a look at it and bring your attention back to the breath. And trust the process. That's all you need to do. Breathe in, breathe out. Your body knows to breathe, it already does. All we are doing is paying attention to that breath. So now maybe my dog is back and I need to open the door for him. And I just open the door, come back, breathe in and breathe out. And don't give up because the only way out is through. That is life. So these 15 or 12 minutes of meditation show you the same thing, that we need to trust the process. There is no need to strive. Breathing is natural. It's all about attention and intent. Intent in your mind, whatever you feel is valid. We don't have to defend. We don't have to judge ourselves. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes people feel sleepy at this time. You're sitting down and you're trying to meditate, you're bringing the breath, practice back to the breath, and you feel sleepy. And that's okay. Enjoy that moment of liminal space between the worlds, between the waking world and the sleeping world, the dream world, and that's okay. So breathe in, breathe out. Enjoy this moment. Continue practicing this breath as long as you want. And when you're satisfied, gently open the eyes. And so thank you for joining this practice with me.